Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, there it is. Nice.
Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and today I have a question sent in through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding app asking, how do I know if I'm training hard enough? I try to go to exhaustion on my isolation exercises, but how do I know if I'm working hard enough on my other exercises, specifically compound exercises? And he says he trains with progressive overload. All right, good question. And there's a different mindset that you have to take when it comes to doing an isolation exercise versus a big compound exercise. And the main reason for this is due to, I guess, the amount of effort you're exerting when you're doing both compound and isolation moves, and safety reasons. I mean, you can safely rep out to failure on a set of bicep curls. You can safely rep out to failure on a set of side lateral raises, on a set of leg extensions, on a set of calf raises, or whatever. I mean, isolation exercises like this, you can rep out to failure fairly safely because, first off, the weights that are being used are relatively light. The position of your body for most of these exercises is relatively safe. You know, I mean, you know, curling a dumbbell curl is a lot safer than, you know, doing a deadlift or doing a squat or doing an overhead press or something like that. So if you hit failure on a dumbbell curl, you know, the worst thing that's going to happen, okay, I can't curl my arms anymore, you know, I lay the dumbbells down. I mean, that's about it. If you hit failure with a squat, then that's something totally different. You have a loaded barbell on your back, the weights are much heavier, your body is in a more vulnerable position. So if you train to failure in a squat, I mean, first off, you need to have spotters there. The risk of injury is drastically increased, so it's a different mindset. And the way I would recommend 99% of you watching this video, you know, who are just working out for general health and fitness, you're not a competitive powerlifter, you're not a competitive, you know, whatever, CrossFit, Olympic lifter, I mean, you're just working out for, you know, the enjoyment of it, for a hobby, and to improve your health and fitness. You know, you want to look better, feel better, live a healthier life, right? Boom, that's what most people do. In those situations, I would recommend that for your big, heavy compound lifts, stop your sets at least 1 or 2 reps shy of failure for the big compound lifts. So when you're squatting, don't squat until you physically hit failure and you are, you know, you have a loaded barbell across your back, you're stapled down in the bottom position and you cannot get up. You are literally squat to failure, and you either have to dump the barbell or have spotters, you know, help you lift the barbell up. I would much rather you stop a rep or 2 shy of failure and rack the weight on your own. I mean, your risk of injury is substantially reduced when you do that, and as far as potential gains, you're not really limiting yourself, because as long as you're training in a progressive overload fashion, I mean, you can still make gains stopping 1 or 2 reps shy of failure. And when you do push that extra limit, you know, trying to grind out those extra few reps, the risk to reward ratio is not in your favor. I mean, you look at a lot of guys out there, I mean, who push the envelope like that, and more often than not, you know, they're suffering the injuries. And you know, for the average person who your goal is to, you know, get in better shape, live better, look better, feel better, I mean, you don't want to be laid up with torn muscles, torn tendons, and all that kind of crap holding you back. So for your big compound lifts, your bench presses, your squats, your deadlifts, your overhead presses, your rows, stop your sets 1 to 2 reps shy of failure, rack the weight on your own, live to lift another day, and progress at your own pace in that limit. You know, I mean, once you get to the point where the weight feels easy and you know you can lift another 5 pounds, then add another 5 pounds to the barbell. But don't push the limit to the point where, you know, you're hitting failure and you're struggling and potentially, you know, lifting weights that are going to tear or, you know, tear muscles or detach tendons and things like that. It's just not worth it for the majority of people. As far as your isolation exercises, bicep curls, tricep kickbacks, side lateral raises, leg extensions, things like that. If you want to push yourself to momentary failure with those movements, it's safe to do so, again, because the weights you're lifting are much lighter, and when you do hit failure in those movements, the risk of injury is very low, because it's usually, due to muscular exhaustion, very often like lactic acid buildup and stuff like that, that you can't complete another rep, and you're not in a vulnerable position, right? If you can't do another side lateral raise, big deal. Drop the dumbbells, you walk away fine, right? If you can't do another bench press, you're stapled to the bench, and you need a spotter to pull that barbell off you. Big difference. So hopefully this helps to shed some light about how to go about training, and where you can push yourself to the limit and where you should hold back and be a little bit conservative with your workouts. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback related to this, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below, and I'll chat with you down there. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date with all my latest videos. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Take care. Over and out.